Company went public. 2 days later, it bought Zidu.com, which says that it offers a blockchain solution. Your market cap skyrocketed. Were you simply taking advantage of the mania for blockchain?
No, not at all, madam. You have to understand, we are the first company under Regulation A Jobs Act. We did a genuine IPO, and on NASDAQ, I am on the bell floor ringing 2 days back, and I did a closing bell on Friday also. We are the first IPO on a fintech company. You have to understand what we do. Before you're talking about blockchain, cryptocurrency, it's called disintermediation. Disintermediation is nothing but removing the middleman. As a fintech company, we are there. I started Stampede Capital in India. That the division of Stampede Capital, we are with the quant team. I'm a trader. I'm a technology guy. I worked at Merrill, building the platforms. We started this with a team of quants. We are a market maker on SGX. We did market making on CME, DGCX. We are like Virtue or Getcos of the world. Where AI and machine learning is used. We make. If you look at my recorded volumes with CFTC and MAS and all the things, we did $60 billion of volume, by using machines. What is in disintermediation? What happened? There are two things you have to understand. There is called a Dodd-Frank Act and Paul Volcker rule and Basel norms. What we do as FX hedging doing solutions, a lot of small importers, exporters used to come to us and say, and they used to buy the FX hedging because the banks are ripping. If you walk on the Times Square, you see a bid ask of Australian dollar, 70 and 80, 20%. Common man is losing because of the, right. This is what you have to understand. As a fintech company, we started FX and we started financing the small SMEs. That is our core business. We are a profitable business. And let me explain you the blockchain. It is not because this company is owned by me. It is a related party transaction. We disclosed in SEC after I did my IPO, and we filed an 8K saying that we didn't do any financial transaction. It is my company which we acquired the blockchain. What is the concept of this company is according to the Asian, I'm just one second, man. According to the Asian Development Bank, $1.6 trillion is the shortage of financing between the SMEs. Banks are not lending. Why? Because
you're
of
trying
the Basel
to eliminate
norms.
the middleman, which is the beauty of blockchain technology. But I want to go back because when you went public in your S1,
we are not an S1 for your kind of. We are a Reg A company.
Okay,
Reg
in your
A
filing to go public, there's not a mention of being a blockchain company.
That's
and
right.
then 2 days later, you buy a blockchain company from basically yourself. Meridian Capital is 95% owned by you. So you must have known that this transaction was going to happen. Why?
No, madam, let me tell you, this is uncertain because we closed the IPO and we filed September 11th. And if you see 4 days is the time I had to file to SEC. We filed on September 11th and it was disclosed. And 15th, we disclosed to the market, We followed as a Reg A company, we followed. And Reg A is different from S1. You have to understand. There are a lot, under Jobs Act, I can talk about the company. I can talk about my future business. You have to understand the Reg A IPOs were started in a different way than an S1 IPOs. Don't get confused. There are a lot of relaxations. And I did my job right, because my lawyers, when I got confirmation from NASDAQ, saying that we are approved, because the only crazy is I never expected. We are not going to make any revenue from that. Next year, we may make 5%. The blockchain, what we are going to use is simple. I am in a financing SMEs. Warehouse receipts in in Africa. The people are struggling to get dollars, because I send dollars, I cannot get back.
All right. So let me ask you about Zidu.
Yes.
You bought Zidu, right?
Yeah.
And so can you tell me how much transactions you're doing with Zidu right now?
See, Zidu is right now we don't have any revenue. Next year it will contribute 5%.
But in February, Zidu was a company that you could buy content from games. How much did you sell on that?
Not at all, sir. Zidu is, if last 3 years, last 2 years, if you look at it, that's my company from last 10 years. Zidu I won.
Okay.
Because you can see my Bitcoin wallet there, and we have a Bitcoin transactions selling to gamers.
How many Bitcoin transactions you did with the Zidu coin?
More than even personally, I own 140 Bitcoin.
With the Zidu coin?
I own personally because I'm a miner from a long time.
So you're saying with the Zidu coin you've done?
Zidu coins. See, I tell you, you have to understand. understand. Jiddu coin.
I do understand.
No, sir, it's not a public coin. We are.
Well, you're selling it on your website for 19 cents.
No, you have to understand.
That seems public to me.
No, sir. We are not selling. We are not doing any ICO or anything. It is.
But I can go on your website right now on an unsecure website and buy it for 19 cents.
No, you can see that pricing is pegged to Ethereum because we are lending it. I'm lending Ethereum to a warehouse receipt, and I'm financing.
So you're doing that right now?
Yes, we are starting that
with the Zidu coin.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
You're starting it. You're starting it. So what exactly did you buy by buying Zidu if there have been no transactions
you have to
so
understand
far?
one thing. The banks are not lending. The fintech is nothing but a creation of Basel norms. Let me tell you one thing. The creation of Basel norms. The banks, why are not then lending? Because they have to put 4% reserves for every dollar lending. They are flush. That creates a disintermediation. Why cryptocurrencies are coming? Ethereum, you have to understand that because I am using Ethereum to finance 1,000, 2,000. Micro lending is billions of dollars. I won't enter.
And you're using that now, correct?
I'm going to enter into micro lending using this coin. That is what we told and what we disclosed. You have to understand that.
No,
I'm not going to make any revenue because I'm a profitable company, and we are.
So you paid your company 2.5 million shares for Zidu, and you're saying it's not going to make profit?
Next year we will make 5% of it. Not this year. This year we are just integrating because I'm.
But how many transactions you're doing today with the Zidu coin?
We have just after it's a research and development company. We just acquired. I'm not saying it's a crazy insane.
But why would you pay for it? Why not just start it up?
So why not? It's already developed there. Actually, I want to take it as separate. But anyhow, I became a listed company on NASDAQ, officially doing an IPO. What's wrong in it? Bringing in my own company and creating the value for my shareholders.
Because there's nothing there.
I have a question, though. I mean, you said that you may make what? How much money next year from it? 5% of what?
See, my revenue.
Please,
you have to understand.
Are you from Zidu.com? How much money will you make from it next year?
$3 million.
$3 million. Okay, out of a total revenue base of what?
This year, let me tell you, this year we are going at a 200% growth rate. You have to see my numbers. This year, we are, 6 months, we did $28 million. Full year, we may end up at $65 to $70 million with an $8 to $9 million EBITDA. We are a profitable business company. You have to understand.
Understood.
And I'm telling you, if I grow at a 200% growth rate, going forward, God bless, we are confident on my fintech business. Jiddu can contribute 2-3% of my revenue.
But Venkat, I have a very simple question for you. At 2.3 million shares, how much was that worth? That was what, $10, $15 million?
$5, it is $10 million.
In the meantime, Longfin gained, what, $4 billion in market cap. Is that justified?
It's not justified. I'm not saying
it's not justified.
It's not justified. It's insane because, you see, I'm a profitable, good company. Unnecessarily, there people are dragging to this market cap is not justified. Because if you look at my revenues, if I look at even, I valued my IPO pricing, look at it. I'm telling you, I valued my IPO pricing at what, $5. That means $300 million, 5 times of my revenue. Is it not genuine? What market reacts because there is no float, because we are a profitable company. We did very less float. Somebody shorted, which I have nothing to do with it, and because we have nothing to do with this euphoric mania. What we want to do is, you have to look at my track record, look at the SEC. We are the top 50, in 2016, we are the top 50 market makers like Virtue in SEC.
Understood, but basically you're saying to us that this market cap that you've
It's insane. This has nothing to do. It's not a reality.
So let's get back to what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
On your website, you have Zidu coin at 19 cents, which you're saying that you're using for transactions. I see it flashing all the time.
Yes.
Right? So there's stuff going on there.
Yes. 19 cents is what is happening is if I lend to if you have a warehouse receipt, what is happening is $1,000 I want to lend. I will give you, you take.
And that's going on right now.
No, we're starting. We are just.
But then why is it on your website flashing?
We have to research. We are evolving, sir. It's in a prototype. We are in a development stage, and we are testing it. You have to say beta testing. Because the guy comes in, I'll give you Jiddu coins, he'll convert into Ethereum, use that money, and again repay me back.
But you have on there that you can buy the coin.
It's not buying the coins. That you have to buy the coin to convert into Ethereum. You can't use that coin. I'm not listed anywhere. I'm not listing my coin anywhere. You have to understand.
But then how do you get the price? The price is something that you make up?
The price, we pegged it to Ethereum because I pegged it to Ethereum.
Oh, it's pegged to Ethereum. How did you do that?
It's a simple thing. If you have Ethereum price and I peg, because I'm lending in Etheream. Why not?
An ERC20 is not pegged to Ethereum. It's just made on Ethereum.
Sir, ERC tokens can be pegged. Why can't my price I can always peg to anything. I can peg. See, pegging is something which, because I want to discover my my price because I'm lending you in Ethereum, because I can't lend Ethereum because I give you Jiddu coins because I want you to be registered with me, and you take the Jiddu coins, convert that into Ethereum, use that microfinancing. Microlending is $1 trillion. You know, sir, shadow banking is $72 trillion. I'm a shadow banking guy. You know, I'm virtually a shadow banking guy. This is a big industry. You have to understand. Cryptocurrencies are going to play a bigger role in microlending.
We are believers here on the show in general about what cryptocurrency, what blockchain
but
technology
my company don't deserve this market cap. I'm telling you, we don't deserve this market cap. I tell this is not because this is euphoric mania.
If you could sell your own stock, would you sell your own stock? Have you sold your own stock in any way?
No, because I own 55% of the company, and my Indian company owns 37%. Together, 92% is restricted stock, and we don't touch that stock.
And you cannot sell? I
cannot sell, and I'm not interested too, because I'm a profitable company. I raised a little float because I'm a profitable company. NASDAQ, all I need is $6 million to get into NASDAQ.
It almost sounds though like you're giving the short sellers the green light, because you're basically saying you don't deserve this market cap.
I don't deserve it, but see, because insane market cap, because I'm telling you, because it's, how can a company, see, when I priced my IPO at $350 million, why this $5 trillion, unnecessary $5 billion? We are a growing company. We'll grow because my market is a shadow banking market. It's a 72. Nobody in this CNBC has covered any time over shadow banking. $72 trillion.
Is there a time frame where you would be able to sell shares?
No, not at all, sir. No. I can promise in next 3 years I can lock my shares also. I'm not at all interested to sell this because I am a believer in my company. I'm a profitable company.
Venkat, we appreciate your time and your honesty. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks a lot for giving me a chance.